This is the plaintiff, Antoinette Walker. She says she gave the defendant, her ex-boyfriend, money for an apartment they were going to rent together. And sure enough, they broke up before they actually moved in with one another. He broke up with her out of the blue, and the more she thinks about it, the more she believes he planned the whole thing to con her out of money. Bottom line, the sweetheart swindler owes her $2,100, and that's just what she's suing for today. This is the defendant, Alfred Chapman. He says he doesn't owe the plaintiff one thin dime. The money she's talking about, she spent shopping and going out doing crazy things. She's making all of this up and only suing him because she's mad he dumped her. He's 100% confident the judge will see through this flimsy lawsuit and rule for him when she's done listening to her lies. He's accused of conning a lover out of her money. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,100 for defamation of character and pain and suffering.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated and come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay. Antoinette Walker, you are suing Alfred Chapman Jr., your ex-boyfriend, for $2,100 that you say he owes you and refuses to repay you. You are suing her back for $2,100 for defamation of character and pain and suffering. What's going on?
Okay, so me and Alfred have been together for a year now. We broke up.
Been together. You're not
yeah,
still
we have
together.
been together. We're not still together.
Oh, okay. We're together.
Yeah.
All right.
And back in February, we were planning to move out and get our own place and whatnot. So we did our income tax together, and we decided to put money up together to towards that. So I gave him my half, which is $1,500, and he had a lockbox, which he only had the key for. So he said it's going to be safe there. We'll build up.
How long was it going to be safe there for?
Well, it wasn't safe for long because it's gone now.
Right, why don't you just keep it in your pocket and then hand it up when you actually get an apartment?
I should have did that.
Oh, you think? Okay. So that's $1,500. You guys broke up, why?
I actually don't know why we broke up. He said because of my lifestyle, which...
What does that mean?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What does that mean?
Are you ready for me?
I am. What does that mean?
Well, I was working overnights, and while I'm working, she's out partying and everything. So it was one day I did a closing shift, the evening.
Okay.
So I came home around 11:30 p.m. and I'm like, she not here? So
you didn't know when she was out?
No, she just goes out whenever she feels like it,
Okay.
So I come, I'm like, I'm tired of this. This is all the time. This is all the time. I'm working and she's partying, doing what hanging out. So I was upset. And I told the mother, I stand in the middle of the room and said, you know what?
You told who?
The mother.
You lived with her mother?
Yeah, we was there, both there.
Okay. So you tell her mother, what'd you say?
I said, Miss, this is crazy. She's still not home. And she said, yeah, see, this is crazy. She should have been home by now. And I was like, yeah. I said...
Is that your voice? Are you the mother? Who's the mother? Who's that one? He's imitating.
So I said, you know what, Miss, I'm leaving. She said, boy, sit down. You ain't going nowhere. I said, Miss, no, I'm serious. I'm leaving. I'm done. I talked to her about this before. Boy, sit down. I'm going in my room. I text her. She said, I can't believe this. I got it on,
You don't do good voices. Let me just say.
Yeah.
Just tell me what they said. Right? So you left that night. Did you leave that night?
Yeah, I left that night.
All right, and you took with you a laptop and an iPad, Doc?
No. I didn't take those things. She gave it back to me. She
How?
said,
on the phone?
No. Face to face. Because she ended up coming later on. And
what time did she get home?
Like 12:30.
Okay.
She came there. I'm in the hallway now. This is my last move and stuff. And she just come out of nowhere. I don't need your gifts. Through the picture frame, 2 house phones, laptop, and then came with the iPod dock. And she keep talking about $1,500. And I'm like, what? Yeah,
what happened to the $1,500?
She spent it. She spent the money.
Wait, but did she, the money implies that it was grouped up for a purpose. So when she didn't give it to you?
We was planning to move out in February time. But I told her, listen, you can't be spending all this money and stuff. I understand you need clothes and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. But, we got to
Well, how would she get in the lockbox if you were the only one with the key?
No, after I started giving it to her.
She doesn't act like a woman who already got it. She's like nuts about it. She keeps texting you for, how long have the texts been going on?
The text started the October 16th.
When you guys broke up. Well, you guys broke up when?
October 16th officially. It was after 12 o'clock. So it was October 16th in the morning.
Tell me about his responses to you in the texts.
He didn't respond at first to my text messages. I tried to reach out, call his house phone, asked if his mother could talk to him and whatnot, because I felt like I didn't deserve to be, regardless if we went through something, we're in a relationship with two adults. We can settle our differences besides doing childish things like taking my money. I work hard. I have a job. I work 9 to 5. I'm not living a party lifestyle like how he's saying. I come home, I cook dinner. He likes to eat. You know what I'm saying? He's always, babe, what's for dinner? Babe, babe. Yeah,
I saw your text. The fish is seasoned.
I don't go to party. I don't go to clubs. I don't do none of that stuff.
Where were you that night?
At my aunt's house. This right here. That's the only place I go. The only place I go.
Listen, wait, stop. Slow your roll. You're entitled to go out. You just, in a relationship, you have to kind of be clear about what's off limits and what's not.
Yeah, I just don't understand the whole party lifestyle because I wasn't going out. I don't go to clubs.
Why do you think he won't give you back the $1,500?
Nothing. I didn't cheat on him or nothing like that. For him to just be like, done with me. So I felt like it was all planned, and the reason why I didn't come home that night, why I was not there at that time, is because he made a comment to me in the morning. He told me that I never been a good girlfriend to him, and I hurt my feelings.
But went a little farther than you were never a good girlfriend. It was kind of personal. I mean, he was kind of implying you were cheating on him and stepping out. And I know all this because, of course, your entire lives are in those texts.
It is a lot by text.
That's such a bad idea. I tell my kids this all the time. This stuff isn't all supposed to happen in cyberspace. People in a relationship should be able to talk to each other, and you guys, your generation doesn't even know if they can talk to each other because they've never tried. Everything is through Facebook and this message and their Instagram and their little texts. And, I try to have a rule that if it started with my husband, and text is very convenient, and I'll send him little emoticons because it could be romantic, juice up a 20-year marriage. It's really cute. But if all of a sudden something happened and I'm angry, I'm picking up a phone because there's nothing worse than a fight text. If I look at you and I say something to you face to face, I feel bad when I see you cringe. I know I've hurt your feelings and I take a step back. Not all that's missing with texts and emails, but all right, I feel better. I don't know about you guys. All right, listen, my job here is to try to figure out if there's really that $1,500. And if she really, he says you gave him a laptop and said, I don't need your gifts. Did you give him hold on. Who is that lady who keeps trying to interject?
That's my mother.
Okay, seriously, you got to move out. All right? Okay, she's 24.
I was
hold
trying.
on. Go ahead. Tell me, did you hand him a laptop?
No,
and say,
I didn't hand him a
I don't
laptop.
need your gifts?
When I got home, he had already moved out the TV, the PlayStation, the regular PC computer.
Were those his things?
Those were his things, and I'm like, he can take those stuff, but he gave me a laptop. He gave me my iPad.
He gave you a laptop when?
On Christmas last year.
As a gift?
Yeah, as a gift. But he had it in his hands. He was going out the door, and I was like, that's my laptop. You can't take it. He was like, I'm taking everything. He said, matter of fact, he said, if I give you back the laptop, that's going to be your payment. That's going to be your payment.
Is this your mom?
Oh, God, I can't take it.
Okay. Before she explodes, let's let mom talk.
I was there. I was sick. And I came out the room and he told me, he said, I'm moving out, miss. And he always say this. So I said, AJ, go lay down. I said, y'all gonna work this out. You know what I'm saying?
You do sound like her.
And
okay.
I went in the room and I laid down. When she comes in, he done already moved out. He has everything. He's taking all the stuff that they really built when they were together. As far as the laptop, he comes and he grabs the laptop off the table. So I looked at it and I said,
do that.
yes.
Okay.
So I know it's her laptop. So I said, Antoinette, is that your laptop? She said, yeah, that's my laptop. Me and her both grabbed it out his hand. We were like wrestling, trying to get the laptop out his hand. He said clearly, if you take this, I'm going to deduct it from the $1,500.
He said that?
Yes. And that's when she said, you know what, Ma? Let him take it. Because all I want is my money. So
But he didn't pay you the money.
He was
So
holding
now you
on
want
for
that, and
dear
you want the
life,
laptop,
Judge.
and you want the doc.
Yes, and that matter of fact, before he left, he told me, "Don't worry." He said, "Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, you can go to the ATM and you can get the $1,500 off the card." I said over and over again, "AJ, are you sure?" He said yes, and she was my
I
witness
was
to
there
that.
when he said that.
Yeah, and she was there when he
Okay.
said it. When I get to Dwayne Reed and go to ATM, as soon as I put the card in, it says, "Please contact your financial." He canceled the card.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So when two people are together, is it okay for one of them to go out partying for the night without the other?
I would say it depends on the situation and what they do when they go out partying.
Well, you never know what they're going to do when they go out partying, right?
Very true.
So is it okay?
No.
Is it okay?
I think it's fine as long as you have trust in the relationship. I don't see why that would be a problem.
Okay, that's nice and theoretical. What do you think?
I think relationships are about trust. So if you trust a person, it should be okay, right?
2 in,
Maybe.
3 in.
That's probably not.
Going inside the courtroom.
I didn't cancel the card that day. She thinks I canceled the
Yes,
card.
you did.
I canceled the card that day. I was in the living room. Period. Because I knew it was over. Everything. I just didn't want her touching my money.
Did you tell her
So
to go
why
to the
did you tell
ATM?
me that?
Shh, Mom, you got to take a chill pill. This is not your relationship.
Okay.
Did you tell her, go to the ATM, the money will be there?
No, I did not.
I think you did.
Why do you
I think you
so?
did. Did you tell her that if you take this laptop, that'll be payment?
No.
Did you hear Mom describe how the struggling back and forth with the laptop?
Miss,
I'm not Miss.
Okay.
Did that happen?
Miss,
No, you're calling me Miss again.
I'm sorry.
Judge. Okay.
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
That's good too. I would also accept your highness. Go ahead.
Okay, I took the laptop off the table, yes.
You told me that the way it happened was she told you I don't need your gifts, and she gave you the laptop. Now you're telling me, yeah, I'll tell you the truth now. I took it off the thing and that she ran up to the door. That's not her giving it to you willingly. That's you taking it.
No, I'm telling.
Who's that gentleman right there who's looking up saying that's true? Who's that?
Your Honor,
Is this your moral support?
I'm his best friend.
You're his best friend? You got problems.
I've heard voicemails, even voicemails, she's stating that it's $1,500 that it's owed to her. And if you clearly hear her say, she's just saying, it's my money, it's my money. If you're supposedly in a relationship, it's our money. If that.
So that's kind of his feeling, right? That it's kind of like it was all
I'm
of
not
the...
speaking for him. I'm speaking for myself.
no, you're kind of speaking.
No, but I'm just telling you on the situation based on what I'm hearing.
What kind of things did you hear her say on the voicemail?
On the voicemail, for an example.
Give me my $1,500. It's my $1,500.
Give me half of my $1,500. Make up your mind. Is it $1,500? Is it half of $1,500?
And what was his response to all those things?
Again, the response, that's where he will come in here and speak about. I don't want to speak for himself.
No. I want to hear from you because I think I'm going to get it straighter from you. Who are you?
That's like
Who
me
are
getting-
you? Who is this guy?
That's like me getting involved in the
Who is this
relationship
guy?
completely. I'm not getting it.
He's your best friend. I know. We don't need enemies. What's his name?
Ruben.
Ruben. What would he say?
Again, based on the facts that he's telling me, it seems like he...
Relationship
If it's a
money. And everybody
relationship-
puts in
again,
money
if it's
into
a
the
re-
relationship. Sit
Exactly.
down, Ruben.
But she's saying that it's hers. She's saying that it's her money. She's saying that it's hers. But then in the voicemail, she says that it's half.
Okay, Ruben, sit down. You're killing him. All right, now, Mr. Chapman, tell me, $2,100 counterclaim against her for defamation of character. Tell me why.
Okay, this young man was with me. I'm walking to the store, me and this guy, and out of nowhere, her mom's friend, Tasha, come up to me and said, AJ, why you stole that girl's money? I said, Tasha, if you think I stole $1,500, wouldn't they call the cops that same night and not let me take anything out the house? So I said, come on.
That would have been a good idea, by the way.
I'm saying, come on. I said, they try to make me look bad right now. So I didn't steal this money. I said, if she think I stole this money, tell her, take me to court. Tell her to find me, beat me up, kill me.
Okay, no, those wouldn't be good ideas.
I'm just saying, it's just they was attacking me
So
about
your
money I didn't
suit
have.
for defamation is because her what? Her cousin, her friend?
Her mom's friend.
Her mom's friend knows that there was $1,500 and there was a laptop and you kept both because you figured you'd put into the relation, so you should take out. Mr. Chapman, on your counterclaim against her, 0. That is not a defamation case. And on her claim against you, you need to pay the lady $2,100 verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
Here comes the defendant right out of the courtroom here to tell us what your feelings on what you just heard in that verdict.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm not stressing on it.
Mm-hmm. Ruben, did he help you or hurt you in there?
I only spoke the truth out about the situation.
Did you know you were hurting her feelings with some of the things you were saying in the relationship there?
No, I told her about this, before, but it is what it is.
So you're over her?
Yeah.
All right, okay. All right. Thank you very much. You just head right around the corner this way. All right, come on in here. You seem pretty happy when this verdict came out.
I am happy because I feel like justice was served, and I felt like he was lying. And pretty much the judge found out that he was lying. He dug himself into his own.
Why did he break up with you?
I really don't know. And, for what he did, I'm glad it's over. Obviously, he wasn't the one for me. I made a bad choice, and hopefully I make better decisions in the future.
All right, Harvey.
Thank you.
When there is a dispute over somebody taking your property or damaging your property, I'm telling you, the best thing to do, send them an email expressing outrage. It protects your position. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.